All right, the next thing that we're going to talk about is setting goals. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking, I've never set goals in my life, and that's totally okay. We're going to help walk you through some easy ways so you can start building some habits so that it'll work towards creating an appropriate goal for where you're at. Now, a lot of times when we set goals, especially when you're new in an industry or new in maybe it's a new hobby and you have a goal that you may want to achieve. I'm going to use going to the gym as an example. A lot of times when we walk into a gym and have a goal, most of the time the goal may not even be relevant to what we're trying to accomplish. Or you walk into a gym and you have no idea what any of the equipment is, you don't know how to use it. And so it's very hard to assess and set an appropriate goal simply because it's so new. So that's part of what we're here to do, is help you understand where are some areas that you can really start setting goals and how do we appropriately go about doing that. The first thing I want you to focus on is when you're getting started in our business, I don't want you to necessarily have outcome goals just yet. I want you to focus first on activity goals. So when you're brand new and getting started, there's a few activities that are going to be important for you as you're getting going. Number one is you're going to want to get licensed. So we're going to set a goal for when are we going to get your licensing done. Typically, our standard is 2 weeks from the time that you get started, get your code number, to the time that you take your test. Our standard is 2 weeks. Now, some people can do that in a shorter window of time. I've seen as short as 5 days, and I've seen as long as 2 months. But ideally, the faster you get licensed, then the faster we're going to be able to go out and start making money. So that would be a great first goal to set, is getting that license knocked out. The next few goals are going to be those activity goals. In our business, the highest leverage activity that we do is contacting. And so I want you to set an activity goal of how many contacts and how many conversations are you going to have about our business every day throughout the week. So let's just set as a great example, you have an activity goal of having 5 conversations about our business a day. And rest assured, if you're having 5 conversations about your business every day, your business is going to grow. Without a doubt, 5 conversations about our business is going to cause your business to grow. Now, that would be a great first activity goal to have. The second would be having a certain number of appointments on your calendar. Even when I was part-time, my goal was to always have 8 to 10 appointments on my calendar at the beginning of every week. Now, realistically, I know probably 3 of those are going to reschedule. But if I'm having 6 to 7 meetings throughout the week, I know that my business was going to continue to grow. So those are 2 easy activity goals that you can set as you're getting going in your business so you know you're going to be growing. Number of contacts made, number of conversations had, and number of appointments you do throughout the week. Now, when it comes to setting longer-term results-oriented goals, I want you to think of it this way. I want you to think with the end in mind first. So we're going to reverse engineer your goals starting with the end in mind. Now, for some of you, you're immediately thinking, I'm going to make 100 grand in my first 6 months. But what I would look at is, well, what are you currently making? Let's say, for example, you're working full-time somewhere and you're making $70,000, which is great. That's a great starting point. But you want to add, in adding WealthWave as a business, you want to add to your income. So let's set a goal of adding $30,000 in your first year. That would get you all the way to $100,000 worth of total income. So we can start with the end in mind of making $30,000 and then reverse engineer, how do we go about and make that happen? That's where we can go back to those habit goals of how many contacts are we making, how many appointments are we doing throughout the week. That's going to move you closer to meeting those results-oriented goals. So I invite you, as you get going and building your business, to take some time and sit down and really start mapping out what are some goals that are important to you and ways that you can start going out and achieving those. And I would sit with your trainer specifically because they're going to know what are some specific metrics that you will need to hit or you'll want to hit as you're going out and working towards those goals, and they will be able to help you reverse engineer that. Now, I promise you, if you can focus on setting appropriate goals and then sticking to the plan, not only are those goals going to come true, but your income's going to go up, your joy and happiness and success in this business is going to go up, and your life as a whole is going to continue to get better. So set those goals, continue to stay focused, and let's make those habits happen.